Hey, my wandering wanderers. Today we're going to be doing an Ophechius Flow reading. Please note that we're going to be using a John Holland Psychic Heart of the Tarot deck, followed by the Tori Heartman Chakra Tarot deck for additional insights and awareness. So if you relate to this information, great, and if not, thank you for your time. Dear Universe, please give us a clear channel of your guidance. Dear Universe, please give us a clear channel of your guidance from the 9th house to the 12th house. I repeat, please give us a clear channel of your guidance from the 9th house to the 12th house. So a couple things to think about. One, what are we flowing through this week? And what are we flowing through in this segment of time? What are we working through? What are we flowing through? Two, how are we being guided through this segment of time? Or how are we aware of what we're being guided through for this segment of time? And also, how does this information resonate with me, with ourselves? How does this information resonate with me and within ourselves? What are we flowing through? What are we being guided to? What are we aware of? How is this helping me out today? Foods for thoughts, things we ask. Why are we here? Alright, what are we working with this time? Understanding clarity of belief. So when it comes to the clarity of belief, what is the belief that's being articulated, and how do we understand this clarity for ourselves? How are we aware of the space that's becoming clear, and what are we doing to understand the space that's clearing for our own clarity of belief? Stuff to think about. How are we understanding that the space is clearing for us to be aware of what's clear? Let's go ahead and pull additional insights and awareness. Working on it. Okay. When it comes to this projection of what we're standing with, when it comes to this projection of determination, or this projection of how we're going to be wielding this stuff this way, what are we foundationally studying when it comes to the stuff that we're stepping away from emotionally? What are we keeping with ourselves when it comes to these beliefs? What are we sticking with that we're working with or working on right now that's helping us register, or that we're understanding that we're working with right now that's helping us register the emotional stuff we're stepping away from? When it comes to understanding how our beliefs are being articulated, how are we aware of this projection of what we're understanding and what we're no longer dealing with today? How are we aware of that from the perception of space, and how is that space articulated to us when we're going through it? Simultaneously speaking, when it comes to understanding the foundational emotions that we're not going to be dealing with or we're stepping away from, how are we physically working on it to the point where we're understanding this projection that we're keeping? How do we know the things that we're stepping away from and know that we're working on these things for this belief? How are we working with this wand, or how are we understanding the projection of this wand that we're actually sticking with our gun? How are we determined to keep this belief so it's clear for us, so we know what we're believing in? Are we aware of this projection? Are we foundationally aware of what we're actually studying when it comes to this belief or belief system? And are we foundationally aware of what emotionally doesn't serve us in this space? Food for thought. Please note that if you relate, great. Not thank you for your time. Please note that you have your own experiences and discern them for yourselves, okay? Dear universe, thank you for your time today. Peace be with you. Namaste. Thank you for your candor and have a nice day. Oops.